Natural disasters and emergencies come in a variety of sizes and have different consequences. Whether it's a wildfire in northern Arizona, flash flooding in Phoenix, or broiling summer temperatures, every Arizonan needs to take precautions and prepare. Hello, I'm April Slutsky, Public Information Officer for the Arizona Division of Emergency Management.
And I'm John Meady. I'm the Emergency Management Coordinator for the City of Scottsdale. An important step in preparing is to create a disaster supply kit, a collection of basic items you may need in the event of an emergency. Assemble your kit now, before an emergency. You may have to evacuate at a moment's notice and take essentials with you. You probably won't have time to search for the supplies you need. After an emergency, you may need to survive on your own. Local officials and relief workers cannot reach everyone immediately after disaster. You could get help in hours, or it might take days.
Additionally, basic services such as electricity, gas, water, sewage treatment, and telephones may be cut off for days, a week, or longer. Your kit should help you manage during these outages. Your disaster supply kit should contain items to help you manage during these times. Essential food, water, and supplies for at least 3 days, including a first aid kit, medications, a flashlight, radio, and batteries. Allow for 1 gallon of water per person per day for drinking and personal care. If you have pets, include their water needs in your estimates as well. Children, nursing mothers, sick people, and those living in warmer climates may need more water. If you know an emergency situation is imminent and you have time, fill as many containers as you can with water, including bathtubs.
Store at least a 3-day supply of non-perishable food, such as granola bars, dry cereal, nuts, crackers, dried fruit, peanut butter, jerky, freeze-dried or dehydrated foods, ready-to-eat canned foods and juices. Avoid salty foods as they can increase thirst. Individuals with special diets and allergies will need special attention, as will babies, toddlers, and the elderly. If you have a pet, pack a 3-day supply of food and medicine for them as well. Other things to consider when creating your disaster supply kit is to pack and label extra equipment and assistive devices such as mobility aids, communication devices, catheter, hearing aid batteries, etc., with your name and contact information. Pack some money, including coins, in case you need to use a payphone.
Some paperwork to include in your list: a list of prescription medications, including dosages, a list of your allergies, serial numbers for any medical devices, a copy of medical and insurance cards, your family communications plan, and your pet's medical records. Keep items in airtight plastic bags and put your entire disaster supplies kit in 1 or 2 easy-to-carry containers, such as an unused trash can, camping backpack, or a duffel bag. Keep your kit in a designated place and have it ready in case you have to leave your home quickly. Make sure all your family members know where the kit is.
Since you don't know where you will be when an emergency occurs, you should prepare a kit for work and for your vehicle. Be prepared to shelter at work for at least 24 hours. Make sure you have food and water and other necessities in your kit. Store comfortable walking shoes at your workplace in case evacuation requires walking long distances. Make sure your kit is easily accessible and ready to grab and go in case you're evacuated from your workplace.
In the event that you are stranded in your vehicle, keep a kit in your car that includes jumper cables, a flashlight and extra batteries, a first aid kit and necessary medications, food such as nuts and energy bars, water, an AM/FM radio, cat litter or sand for better tire traction, a shovel, an ice scraper, warm clothing items for the winter, a change of clothes, a blanket, or even a sleeping bag. It's a good idea to also include a phone charger, flares, or even a reflective triangle. Don't forget baby formula and diapers if you have a small child.
And just as important as putting your supplies together is maintaining them so they're safe to use when needed. Keep canned food in a cool, dry place. Store boxed food in tightly closed containers to protect from pests and to extend its shelf life. Throw out any canned goods that have become swollen, dented, or corroded. Use foods before they go bad. Replace them with fresh supplies every 6 months. Rethink your needs every year and update your kit as your family's needs change.
Now that you have your kit prepared, let's have a little fun with it. We are going to visit Chef Jon-Paul Hutchins from Le Cordon Bleu College of Culinary Arts in Scottsdale.
Hey, this is Chef Jon-Paul Hutchins from Le Cordon Bleu, and welcome to the Emergency Kit Cook-Off. We hold this every year. We want to get you out there thinking about if there was an emergency and you had to feed yourself, your family, or loved ones for about 3 days. How would you do it? And does it have to be boring? We're going to say no to that, because I'm going to give you a recipe today to hopefully whet your palate and get those amazing gears turning so you can come up with some of your own ideas as well. So I'm going to make something called a chana masala, and everything I'm using you can store on your shelf. So I'm using some oil. Throw it in the pot. I'm going to heat it up. Now, a chana masala is an Indian dish that relies a lot on spices. So I could make boiled beans, but that's really pretty boring. So I've thrown some cumin in here. And then I'm going to toast off some garam masala, a little bit of coriander, and just get that amazing flavor going. And as soon as I can smell it, I'm going to throw in some tomatoes. Now these are canned diced tomatoes. And I'm throwing in garbanzo beans. Now let's suppose you're not into garbanzo beans. Can you use white beans? Absolutely. Can you use pinto beans? I don't see why not. Can you use lima beans? I don't know why you would, but Jimmy cracked corn, I don't care. Add whatever you want to this. So I'm going to bring this up. Now you can do this over canned heat. I'm going to add a little bit of salt. And I'm going to add a little bit of ginger. And in lieu of onion, I'm going to use onion powder and garlic powder. It's handy, it's incredibly shelf stable, and it carries a lot of flavor for a long time. It's really cool stuff. So just to taste. And then just a little bit of water. I'm going to bring that up to heat. Now, something else I want to show you that's pretty interesting. This is going to be a great bean dish. It's going to have a lot of pop, a lot of flavor. But it's just a bowl of beans. Don't you want some rice? But the problem is, if I'm cooking rice, it takes a lot of energy because I've got to boil a whole bunch of water. It's kind of like pasta, all right? So it takes a lot of time, and my fuel's going to be limited. So there are products like this out here, which is a pre-cooked rice mix, and it's actually seasoned. It tastes pretty amazing. So this is quinoa and brown rice, and as you can see, all I had to do with this packet was you can throw it in a microwave at home, or you can just put it in a pot of hot water. So if I'm heating water anyway, let's suppose for coffee afterwards, make sure the outside of the package is clean, throw it in the hot water, let it sit for about 3 or 4 minutes till it warms through, put it in my plate and it's ready to go. Completely cooked. All right, takes about 90 seconds to heat it. Once this comes up to a boil, all I have to do is spoon it in the middle. And we have a complete meal. Complete protein. And low fat. So in as short as 5 minutes, we've got a complete meal. Starch, protein, the whole deal, and it smells amazing. It's just that simple and that delicious. I didn't even feel like I'm in an emergency situation right now. I feel like I'm in a fine restaurant. So I want you to check out the website on the bottom of the screen. Go to the site, get prepared, and have some fun too. I want you to play with some of those ingredients out there, and you can even contact me through that site. And if you want to stump me and put together some bizarre combination of shelf-stable ingredients, I'll give it a crack and try to make a recipe out of it. But do something, get involved. Be prepared! And go online to emergencykitcookoff.org, take a look at some of the recipes, and submit a couple at the same time. Have fun.
Thanks for joining us. Hopefully you feel a little more prepared to take action in the event of a disaster.
And for more information about preparedness, you can visit azein.gov.